going wild. Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live, somebody. Let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you guys are enjoying your hump day. It's Wednesday. It's hump day, y'all. Dang. Hump day, y'all. And I'm hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful one. Keeping it classy, keeping it wonderful, keeping it sexy. Yeah, why not? Let's just keep it all sexy and stuff. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys are having a good one. Today's show is a little different. Than what I usually do in the morning show. I am having a very in-depth interview today with Dalonte Crudup. And I'm very excited about having him on because, honestly, there is quite a bit to talk about. And there's a lot of things that have transpired since this particular situation that happened a little bit ago with Dalonte. And in a little bit, he'll be on here to speak his truth, speak his side of the story. Now, for those of y'all who don't remember or don't know about Dalonte Crudup, I'm going to let you guys know right now. But before we get into all of that, be sure to hit that like button down below. Send those likes all the way up, okay? Send them all the way up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time checking out this show right here. Hit that subscribe button, all right? Sorry for the late start, guys, but I'm just trying to make sure that my guest is ready to jump on and chop it up with us and talk about all this that has gone down. But I'm here to tell you guys a story and then bring this young man onto the show to talk about what happened to him. Now, for those of y'all that know, I've been covering stories of police brutality for a long, long time. Ever since the start of this whole pandemic, I've been talking about these things that have been going on. And the things that are obviously the unjust and the unfair things that happen to young black men and women and people of color throughout this country when it has to do with excessive force being brought upon them by law enforcement. Now, this particular story I covered in August when it first popped off. Dalonte Crudup was riding a scooter through Miami where this is what the reports say. The reports say that he ran his scooter, a motorized scooter, into a bike cop, okay, or a cop on a bike, all right? Because of that, a bunch of cops came after him. He ran, but he jumped off the scooter and ran into a hotel. As he's running inside this hotel, a cop catches him while he's about to get onto an elevator. A bunch of cops show up. He gets detained, but while he is face down on the ground in the middle of this hotel lobby, 20 some odd cops come up, a gang of cops come up and basically kick him and punch him while he is down. So it is a crazy story. It is a wild story. And now we get an opportunity to talk to the man himself about all of this, about what went down. Because even so, I'm going to be real. I'm still wrapping my mind around this whole situation, right? It is absolutely insane. We're going to be looking at some footage. We're going to be reliving the footage, right? We got to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. What happened there? Why was he jumped? Let's just be real. Why was he thrown to the ground? What actually happened before he ran into that hotel? A lot of questions are popping up in my mind, and I'm sure a lot of questions are popping up for you. And this is an opportunity. He wanted to get an opportunity to clear his name, to speak his truth, to tell his side of the story. Because right now, the side of the story that's being told right now is all false. The lies, my people, full on lies. So please welcome. He's here now. Please welcome Dalonte Crudup to the show. What's up, Dalonte? How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing all right. My bad. I'm just not waking up.
You just not waking up. I know. You know what I mean. You might. I know you. You're out in what, Virginia, right?
Washington D.C.
Oh, you're in Washington D.C. Yeah. So yeah. But I appreciate you coming on. As early as it is for you and all that. But of course, we got to talk about all this stuff, man. Because I mean, this has been a crazy story. And I remember covering this a few months ago, and it just seemed like it was open ended, right? And we didn't hear like the end result. We didn't know what was going on after the footage that we all saw. What transpired after this,
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you reaching out to me and wanted to come on to the show and speak your side of the story. Now, here it is. We got to start from the top, okay? We
Mhm.
definitely have got to start from the top. And of course, we got the footage. We will get to the footage, and we will be talking about that for real. But what happened? Because all I know, all we see, all we have are a couple angles, right? Like two different angles, a third one by Khalid Vaughn, and then that's really it. We don't really have anything outside of that. Um, we don't have anything outside of that hotel room, really. We don't have anything outside of that hotel room, really. So I want to know what happened before the chase began. What went down, man?
Uh, what happened before the chase was it was outside. I want to say Ninth and Collins.
We just lost you, by the way. Your camera's off.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, it's the headphones. Did they come back on?
No.
I'm not exit. What is up with the camera? Did it pop back up?
No, it didn't. How about this? Why don't you jump off and then sign back in?
Uh,
That might work. Okay. All right. He'll be back in here in a second. But the thing is I'm so interested in seeing and hearing what really went down, right? We all want to know what happened before. We already know what happened during the incident because we already saw all those cops pounding on him. But then what happened before and what happened after? So we got him back. We got the man back. What's up, my dude? All right.
so
No worries, man. So let's get back to the question. What happened before everything went down in the hotel room? Obviously, there was an encounter with cops, right? So what was happening? What happened before
it's,
this?
it started on Ninth and Collins. We was all sitting right there. I was with some family and friends out there. We was all just sitting right there talking. We just came from having a dinner together. And then three cops had pulled up and said it was cars on the street. I want to say like 3 or 4 cars. So three cops had pulled up on the bike and said people got to move their cars because they're not residents here. So once they moved the cars, it was cool. Ain't nothing happen. Ain't nothing translate. Uh, Man, the officer did have a couple of words, but that's me. That's because I don't like cops. But we had a couple of words. After that, I still sat right there for an extra. I want to say like 20 minutes,
Right.
having a conversation on the side with one of my friends. Had a conversation. He was like, I'm about to go to my hotel room. Went to his hotel room. I hopped on the scooter, put the headphones in, sat right there, trying to pick a song. When I finally picked, I pulled off.
Okay, so before you pulled off, right? You
Hmm.
said something about you know, and I understand some people just don't like law enforcement. We get it. But was there any sort of conversation between you and 50?
Yes, at the beginning when they first pulled up, we
When
both had exchanged some words.
okay, so when they first pulled up asking for people to move their cars, right?
Hmm.
During that time, you had some words with the police, correct?
Hmm.
So
Yes, sir.
what was the dynamic, right? What was the dialogue? What was it cover? What was it all about?
When they first, cause at first, I mean, they would sit before they even came over there. They were just riding up and down the street. They kept riding. I want to say they rode past like 5 times. But and then when they finally came over there, it's like they been wanted to say something. So I was like, why y'all been ain't come right here and say something instead of y'all keep riding past, looking over here and stuff like that. So I said, y'all need to go do like a real job. Like go do your real job. Go find the people that's actually out here causing problems instead of
Gotcha.
like messing with him.
Gotcha. So you okay. So you were kind of talking some stuff,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is not illegal, right? But you
Mm-hmm.
were, having a conversation with them, saying some words,
Mm-hmm.
and you have every right to say whatever the hell you want, right? So
Yes.
so the cops responded to you, right? And these were
Yes.
all bike cops, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so these were bike cops, uh, and these guys come in this story. These same guys are later on in this story too, but you're having these words as an exchange of words. Obviously, is not it's not friendly fire, right? Of
No.
words, and then you get on your scooter, pick out a song, and start riding down the street,
Riding down the alley.
riding down the alley. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so then so you go down the alley, and of course we're going to be looking at this footage here in a second as well. But you ride down the alley, and then suddenly there's another bike cop that you run into,
Yeah, he
or
put
was
his
it the
sofa.
same guy?
Nah, I was another one.
Oh,
So this one, I guess he put his bike. Well, he was on the bike and he seen me coming down the alley. So he tried to like force his bike and his sofa in front of me and make me like hit him, but I went around him and kept going.
gotcha. Gotcha. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull up this footage right quick. This is from a news clip, but I wanted us to see you driving down this alley right quick. All right. So this is after the dialogue that you had with the bike cops, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a little bit of a ride down the high, a ride down this down an alley. So let's take a look at this really quick, guys.
The wagons were doing what you would expect and hope a professional police department would do.
Miami Beach Mayor Dan Gelber reacting as Local 10 News learns at least one of his city's officers will be charged after being involved in a rough arrest this week.
Here
Officers
it
say they
is.
were attempting.
So here it is right now. So you're riding down this alley. Looks like you going pretty damn fast. I mean, shoot, you going in. You going to heart of the pain, bruh. But I'm glad you're still alive, just because of the scooter. But let's look at that one more time. So this is him going down. All right. So and then the bike cop going after you. Okay, so this footage that we're seeing right here, right? Is this before or after he tried to cut you off?
That's after. I'm like, I'm almost, I want to say, I rode the alley all the way to almost 15. Wherever the alley in at, that's where I finally jumped out the alley at. So
God,
that cop, that cop that's following me is the cop, is one of the other cops that pulled up with the bike cop, the second bike crew when he tried to hit me off the scooter.
gotcha. Because he tried to, yeah. So he tried to get in front of you. Now,
Hmm.
here's the thing: there are claims that you hit him with the scooter. This is what the reports are saying. This is what the story's been. This is what the narrative is going on. It's being said right now. Is that or is that not true? Did you or did you not hit a cop with your scooter?
If I had the cop with the scooter, I would have failed. No, I did not. You clearly see a video on the internet of how fast how fast that man was going. So no, I did not hit no officer on no scooter.
Okay. Because honestly, you're flying down that alley, and if you did hit him, man, he wouldn't even be able to he wouldn't even be able to pedal right now. And neither could you, I'm sure. You know what I'm
No,
saying? You guys you were going pretty damn fast.
yes. And the fake injuries he had, it was like I hurt his neck, I broke his leg, like, but
Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat that again. So he's saying that what? He broke
yeah,
his
he
leg?
on crutches. He said he broke his leg and now he hurt his neck. And when we went to
What?
court, yeah, he's supposed to have crutches and everything.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. So that's the question. It's like, if you didn't have physical contact with him, you had you exchanged some harsh words,
Mhm.
right? There was harsh dialogue between you and these bike cops. You jump onto your scooter, you drive down the alley. One of the bike cops tries to cut you off. You stop on a dime before you even collide with him. So there was no physical contact, right? Then I'm assuming you were like, oh damn, I'm in trouble. So you go around and you try to fly down the alley as fast as you can. That same cop that tried to cut you off is the one that's pedaling in that footage. Am I right?
Nah.
So that was another bike cop.
That was one of the ones that was with him. He appeared to the scene, like running. He one of the cops that's running it. That when you show the video, I explain and who was it. But he one of the cops that ran in the hotel, got some licks in, and then left.
So you're saying the same dude that said that he broke his leg and messed up his neck, my neck, my back, my neck, and my back, is the same dude that showed up just physically fine, beating you while you were down, being detained inside the hotel lobby. So you see there is footage showing without a shadow of a doubt that this man was not injured by you.
Yes, no.
That is insane. Okay. We are going to look at the footage here in a second, but so you were driving down the alley, just so we have this abundantly clear.
Mm-hmm.
Harsh words, harsh dialogue between you, cops, whatever. It doesn't matter if you ride with them or not. You weren't breaking any laws by sitting there speaking your mind.
I mean, it's your First Amendment rights. You have right to say, like, as long as you're not physically, like,
yes,
in their face or trying to fight them or do anything to them or threaten them, like, you have every right. It's your First Amendment rights. You can flick them off. You can't get in trouble for it. It's all, like, everything is in your First Amendment rights.
Facts.
So I didn't violate my First Amendment rights by doing anything that I have done.
Gotcha. Okay. You jumped on your scooter. You drive down the alley. And then out of nowhere, another bike cop tries to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
You stopped and swerved out of the way and continued going down, right? And then another bike cop went after you. It's like a weird swarm of bike cops. What's up with this? But anyway, I didn't know Miami had so many bike cops, but ran down to you. Okay, so let's get to the hotel. So you were staying at this particular hotel?
With my mother and them. My mother and them was staying at the hotel. My mother and my sister.
So you were there for vacation?
Yes, sir.
So you were there in Miami for vacation. You don't currently live. You didn't live in Miami at the time. You were there on vacation with your fam.
Yes, I live in Washington, D.C.
Okay. So at what point? Because obviously, when we watch this footage, in fact, let me just pull this up now because there's a lot of breakdown going on in this piece. Real talk. Now, what was the name of the hotel room? Hotel again? The Royal Palm. The Royal Palm. So you were inside you gunned for the Royal Palm. So before we go into the footage of you actually, the infamous footage, what made you realize? What was the tell that made you realize that you were in trouble? Because obviously, when we watched that footage of you driving down that alley, you going hard in the paint, like you trying to escape. It seems. So, what made you want to run suddenly like that?
What made me do that is when I got on the main street, and I want to say it's like 2 blocks left. So Royal Palm is on like 15th and Collins. 15th and Collins, all the way down 15th and Collins. I came from 9th and Collins. So when I want to say I'm on like 13th or 12th when I jumped on the street, and they tried to hit me with a Tahoe. Like a big white truck. He tried to hit me off the scooter. So I hopped on the curve and went back in the alley.
Wait,
kept going all the way down.
Oh, so that's interesting information. So you went, okay, so one of the cops tried to cut you off. One of the bike cops tried to cut you off, right? You swerved out of the way. You did not hit him, correct? So then you said, oh, damn, I'm in trouble. And you started going hard in the paint, trying to get as quickly back to the Royal Palm Hotel as quickly as you could. While you were going down there, a Tahoe showed up and tried to run you off the street?
Yeah, all white Tahoe. Try to hit me off the scooter.
I mean, that could. All right. Did they successfully have any physical contact with you?
Nah.
Wow, they
didn't. If they did, it wouldn't have never happened inside the hotel. So my best interest was to like make it where I know cameras at, or I can get to my mother, because I know for a fact like she can either de-escalate it or try to talk, because she worked with them.
Right. Right. So what does your mother do? You say that she works with them.
She worked the OAG right now. She working the OAG building. It's juveniles and prosecutors and stuff. So
gotcha.
She like when cases come across her desk, like she makes sure our name don't come across her desk. She makes sure we stay out of trouble and stuff like that.
That's insane. Okay, so real quick, I because Blue True just asked this, and it is a very good question. So I'm going to ask you this: do you know any reason why the cops were even chasing you in the first place?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
What spawned them to sit there and go, "Oh, he's a person of interest now," or "He's somebody we want to track down. We want to give this guy, make this guy's life a living hell"? Was it just because you said y'all better go and get a better job? Like,
nah, I was in Miami for 2 weeks, so like I don't know what made them chase me. Like the whole time I was out there, I haven't been in no trouble. I haven't did anything. I haven't even had really words with them. It's just their actions, like made me speak to them how I spoke to them. Because cops always tend to abuse their authority. So, and one of the incidents out there before my incident, they abused their authority. So like y'all need to do a real job and stop abusing like black people that's out here try to have fun. I'm not just putting it out there like saying it's just black people they abusing or stuff like that. I'm just saying like that this is 10 like to keep happening with black people. So I'm just saying like they just need to do their like a real job and find a real criminal, somebody that's out here like doing all other stuff than trying to have fun.
Gotcha. This is it doesn't make sense why they would have gone after you at all. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. You just had
I'm
words.
trying to figure it out.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just had a few words It's not like you said, "Oh yeah, and I just murdered somebody." You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? You didn't swing at no cops. So I'm wondering where did this come from, right? Where did this
I
suddenly
don't
come
know.
from for them to
Because
suddenly start coming after
they
you?
could have locked me up when I was sitting right there on the scooter. They were still right there when they watched me pull off and all that.
Right. Right. Then okay, so you're down there. Tahoe tries to run you off the street. No physical contact with the car, which is good.
Mm,
How did you get around the Tahoe then? If they were trying to
I
run
hopped
you
on
off,
I hopped on the curve.
oh, okay, you were on the sidewalk.
Hmm.
So you hit up the sidewalk and you just went straight down the sidewalk.
Yeah, I went straight down the sidewalk. I dropped the scooter by the bushes and ran inside the hotel.
And
I
you
hopped. That's when y'all see me running inside the hotel, trying to hop on the elevator.
right. So then let's go into that footage real quick. And I apologize if this brings back any type of feelings or anything like that, but of course, we gotta look at this real talk. So this is here the top of it, and this is the footage that everybody has seen. Okay, this is the footage that has gone viral. I know a lot of y'all have been waiting for me to show this footage, so we are going to look at this footage. We're not going to go into full detail to it because out of respect, I mean it's pretty gruesome near the middle of this whole thing, but this is the very, very top of it right here. Okay, you see Dalonte run over to the elevators. Now we're seeing that we're hearing from Dalonte himself. He's running to the elevators because his mom, he's staying here. So he was
Hmm.
running to his mom to see if he can, I don't know, get some salvation, try to get some safety, because she probably would be able to calm these cops down from trying to take this man to prison, to jail. But what's going on in your mind right now? I mean, when what was going on in your mind right then while you were pressing that elevator button?
Just hurry up and get upstairs. It was just like hurry up and get upstairs because I had tried to contact her like multiple times and she didn't answer. So I assumed she was asleep. So it was like just hurry up and get upstairs.
Right. Yeah, I can only imagine what you the panic, I'm assuming as well, of just like,
Hmm.
whoa, all these cops are coming after me, and it's like I ain't done nothing. What's going on here?
I ain't done nothing wrong. That
Yeah.
was going through my mind the whole time. The whole time the incident was happening.
I mean, they didn't. Yeah, we're gonna get to. I got some questions. We're gonna get to it, but here it is. Elevator opens. Then first cop that appears is this gentleman right here. Now,
Hmm.
what's going on here?
He pointed a gun at me and told me to get down, put my hands behind my back. I completely cooperate.
Right, I see that.
And by the time he take the gun and put it back on his hip, he tried to break my hands. Like break my hands and put his knee in my back. So he pushing force by putting his knee in my back and he trying to break my hands.
Oh, he was trying to break your hands.
Yeah. He bending them like all the way back. Talking about stop resisting, stop resisting. And
Well, yeah.
that's how everything else escalated when they other cops came in.
So he said stop resisting, but to me it looks like you ain't resisting. It looks like you complying.
I definitely didn't. So
So
when they come on from that point on, them three cops right there, they got their licks in and got out the scene. Every cop came in there, got their licks in, and got out the scene. The only cops you seen, like, see, you only see a couple of them. You ain't just see, like, if you rewind it a little bit, one cop coming, swinging, right here. It's after the first three cops. After them three,
oh, okay.
one coming,
1, 2,
swinging,
3.
hit.
So this guy that's coming
Hmm.
up with the baseball cap.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He hit me and go around. All they doing is punching me,
Wow.
punching,
You
kicking,
see?
saying words. You see all of them.
Wow. But see, that's the thing. I don't understand. And look how fast this bike cop is running, desperately
And
wants to get a couple licks in. You see, he's tripping over the stairs because he's so desperate to get a lick in or two. You see what I'm saying? This is
it's actually it's a video. I mean, this video right here, it's
uh,
another cop that actually ran in, but he slid and kicked me. He got a green vest on, but you gonna see it in the video. I'm gonna tell you the project when you see when I see him about to slide in.
I mean, rewatching, like, and this is Kevin Perez, Officer Kevin Perez is one of obviously is one of the people that's part of this case right now. But I mean, as you can see, all of them are just going in on you. Now, like, while we're watching this right now, what kind of emotions are going through your mind right now? I like reliving this stuff because look, they're just kicking you while you're down type stuff, stomping you in the head, kicking you in your
It's just
entire body. What's going on in your
it's
mind?
just my mother and my little sister. Like they all stop going outside. Like don't go outside. My little sister, like she only 13 years old, and she constantly like every single day, don't go outside. Like I don't want you to get beat up by the cops again. Or come with me, take me somewhere, and we can have fun, and I can try to prevent it. Like it's just the emotions they had when they see me. Like why you go through this? But I be trying. I gotta be strong for them. So I be trying to be strong, but like, um, it's everything. Just,
I mean, I appreciate you being so candid and be willing to. I mean, okay, and being willing to speak on this and talk about this whole thing. But one thing that doesn't make any sense is like you aren't doing anything. You are laying there. You are being. Your hands are behind your back. You're completely vulnerable. How does it go from being you walking in to the elevator, just trying to escape, you complying? I'm just going to roll this back really quick. You actually complying to this whole situation to something like where they literally throw your body, they move your body, they throw you to the like they throw you. Real
yeah,
talk,
I got
they
clothes
throw
on
you.
now. See, y'all don't see when I was outside. When they took me outside, on the way outside, they stripped me of my clothes. So it's raining. It's raining outside. So they stripped me of my clothes. I ain't got no shoes. I ain't had no shoes on and no jeans on. All I had was a t-shirt on and my boxers.
Hot. What?
They
Okay.
tried to they tried to break my leg,
What?
kicking jeans on. Yeah. When
Why
I
did
went down, I don't know.
But why
And I don't know.
did you?
I've been asking the whole video.
Just so I know, just so we all know, because the fam is watching and all that stuff. Please be sure to hit that like button. Send those likes all the way up for this man telling his side of this story. And this is just terrible. And don't forget, of course, shameless plug, but don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But here it is, though. You had no words. You said nothing from the time that you said, "I'm complying." All right. Put your hands behind your back. They're putting those handcuffs on you whilst they're trying to break your hands and kick you. The 3 cops show up, then suddenly it's 10, then it's 15, then it turns into I don't even know how many cops that show up. There were no words that came out of your mouth. No words. You didn't say anything. F
I
you,
didn't say nothing.
go
Like, cause I
S the
couldn't say nothing because my mouth was full of blood. That first kick, that only showed when he kicked. Multiple cops kicked me in my face and my mouth. That's why, like, in the back of my gum right here, I got a permanent like cut. It's dent. Like I had to go get it when I went to the dentist to get the tooth pulled. When they kicked my tooth loose, I had to get that pulled, and it's like a permanent like cut.
Wow. This is just insane. Oh, there's that guy.
Yeah, the guy slid
Slides
in.
in. He slid in. My brother, I am so sorry that this happened to you. Now, we are going to get to we are going to get to this other part here in a second because it has to do with Khalid Vaughn, right?
Mm.
The other gentleman that was there that we saw that suddenly just shows up right about here. If you guys can see him in the bottom right-hand corner of the video, he's doing what everybody I feel should be doing, which is taping, recording. Any moment you see that's something that's just insane like this, in my personal opinion, he did the right thing by recording that. But that's another side story that we will get to here in a second. But here it is. It's been 4 months since this incident. do you still have, aside from that pulled tooth, do you still have any injuries that you've sustained from this encounter?
Right now it's just PTSD. Like, but I go to therapy like every Thursday. But it's like the injury is like it's forever traumatized. I thought they supposed to protect and serve. I ain't never think I mean I have seen it. Like I seen videos on the internet and I seen it in person. But I ain't never thought I'd be one of them people that get abused by them by multiple 20 plus. So it's like it varies.
Yeah. No, I understand. It's a wave of different emotions, right?
Hmm.
That's a lot to go through. You only think it happens, it can happen to anybody else, but not me. It can never happen to me, and then it happens to you. And it's a mind-blowing thing, real talk. And so like I said, I'm so sorry that this happened to you and your family and all that. Real talk. Now the other thing, it's very interesting. You just said, because we're going to get to Khalid Vaughn and all that stuff that has gone on with him as well. But after you got dragged out of the hotel,
Mhm.
were you ever able to contact your mom? Did your mom ever come down to check on you? What happened
No,
after?
so after they didn't drag me, they weren't trying to let me walk. They kept making me like my knee hit the ground and stuff like that. So they was telling me the two officers that was taking me out there, like they kept taking my stuff off. So they took my shoes off first. Took my shoes off. Once they took my shoes off, they kept trying to make me like force me to take my jeans off. I wasn't taking them off at first, so they kept trying to kick my legs down, like take your jeans off, I'm gonna break your leg. So like when I was outside, I was sitting. They had me sitting on the ground while it was raining. I ain't had no jeans. They took my jeans off, so I ain't had no jeans on. So a cop, I don't know his name. I wish I can remember his name, but it is now out of every cop y'all done seen in the video, it is one cop that didn't do anything. He didn't condone anything. He didn't hit me. He didn't touch me. None of that. And I don't know his name. I really wanted to thank him because he the reason I went to the hospital.
Mhm.
He the reason I went to the hospital because the rest of the cop, like my chin was split open and I needed stitches. The other cops, they would just take him to jail. But he the reason he told the officers, like he called the ambulance and told them come right there and make sure I got checked. Took me to the hospital and then he also called my mother. When she finally answered, he told her. That's how she finally, but she was never in the hotel. So it was like she was at a club. So it was like I went to the hotel for nothing.
Oh wow. So she was okay. Um,
That's why she wasn't answering. But it is one cop that really like that sat there and helped and made the phone call for me.
man, like I said, I'm thankful you're in one piece. And that's crazy that they would put you through, like try to torture you even more, right? Um, because I don't know, I can only imagine what they were saying on the radios, how they were communicating with each other, saying whatever it was that they needed to say to try to take you down to make it more justified. But then, of course, the narrative out here has been said that you ran them down, that you ran into a a bike cop with a scooter. Now, the way that we heard it before, 4 months ago, when it first broke, we thought it was just a little scooter. We didn't realize that it was like a motorized motor, like a scooter, a
Yes.
street legal scooter.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of a wild piece of it. But still, the fact that they were going out of their way to make something up that isn't true,
It was to say there so for real.
it's beyond me.
It
You
was
know,
to say there so because Like if they didn't say anything, all the charges and stuff like that, they would have been dropped. So they would have dropped all the charges they were trying to accuse me of. I
Mm.
mean, they did, but they would have dropped it like when they said they dropped it. Like when they went publicly on the news and said, yeah, all his charges and stuff will be dropped, and they didn't do that. They lied.
That's
So
that.
I had to really go to court and
Right.
my lawyer.
And I want to ask you that, but we're going to get to the court stuff and the legal stuff here in a second. But when it comes to when they detained you, they stripped you of your clothes, or they stripped you of your pants. Wait, they took your shoes off too, so you were just
All I had was on my boxers and my shirt.
the
and
shirt
some
on
socks.
and boxers and some socks. So then they threw you in the back of a squad car or back of a
Police car.
police car.
Mhm.
And what happened? They left you in there, or what happened?
They were saying right there, we were sitting outside, I want to say for like 20 minutes, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken. We were still outside. When the cop made the call for me, it was like, all right, we about to take him over to the jail. That one cop that I was just talking about said, no, take him to the hospital. Like, his chin is busted open and y'all need to get that stitched. So that's when they took me to the hospital. That cop that was in the front seat.
Gotcha. And that was immediate.
Mm-hmm.
So after
Once the ambulance came to look at my chin, and they was like, nah, he needs stitches. We can't like tape that up. So they took me over to the hospital.
Gotcha. Now, wow. So what was the charge? Like, what crime did you?
I had.
What was the reason why they chased you down? They chased you down for a reason. What crime did you commit? What law did you break to cause for the cops to come chase you down the Miami streets?
Yeah, give me 1 second. So the charges was battery, aggravated law enforcement, fleeing, eluding law enforcement, assault, aggressive law enforcement, resisting arrest, criminal mischief, and that's it.
Wow. And a partridge in a pear tree. Okay. So, shoot, man. They threw everything and the kitchen sink at you. Okay. And of course, as you said, you did not hit any cop.
No.
So there was no crime for you to be fleeing from, right? There was no resisting. And then you see in the footage itself, you see it, fam. You see it in the footage yourself, fam. You see it, that he's not resisting arrest. There's no resisting at all. Now, what's going on with the case?
I don't know. That's the crazy part. So I want to say 2 months. 2 months into the case, the first 2 months of the case, I went to court every week.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been in court before. I know I'm not a criminal person or anything. Like, you can look at my name. There's no criminal stuff up there. But when you go to court, they schedule it every 30 days. The first 2 months of them scheduling my court date was always a week apart. So my first court date was August 25th. My second one was, I want to say, August 30th.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, August 30th. And then after that, it was still a week. Kept being a week. They didn't finally schedule like a month apart until September, until October. Now, I don't know when I go back to court because the judge, she said the wrong dates.
That's fascinating. And it also, at the same time, you are in D.C. You don't live in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
they just started letting me do Zoom my last court date. The other 2 times, my other times, I had to keep flying out there.
Wow. And of course, you have a public defender representing you, correct?
I got 2 lawyers. I got a public defender and my lawyer.
Okay. Thank God. Okay, cool. I was just making sure. I would have been like, yo, let's start a GoFundMe. Let's make sure you're taken care of, bro. No, and that's like I said, it's just this is so crazy to me. And it's just because of them feeling some type of way about you saying, hey, you know, go and do your job type thing. They want to put you in your place because you just were speaking your mind. Whether it's something that anyone agrees with or not, you were still speaking your mind, which is not breaking the law. So that part doesn't make sense to me at all. And then on top of that, you swerved out of the way. And if you were to actually hit this man, the man would have been in dire straits. But that same man,
we both would have been injured. Like I
facts,
would have either fell and hit my face, or I would have hit something like and been
right?
injured.
And then some,
So
right?
yeah.
And then you said that the guy. Let me pull up this video one more time. The guy that said you broke his leg, his neck or shoulder or whatever, my neck, my back, my neck, and my back, is in this footage. He's actually in here somewhere, kicking you and beating you while you are down.
I wish you could zoom in, but
Which
yeah,
one,
I could have said.
which one is
It's
it?
like
Roll back just a little bit. So, well, you can't make out anything out of that. But do you see him running up? Is he up here running up at all? Is it any of these dudes? Maybe that guy? I mean, I'm just going like anyone.
It's another one. He walking by, so not that one.
It's unbelievable, man. Him?
No, not him.
Okay. A bunch of them came in. There's a
It's
lot
the
of.
one that walked in and went to the left.
Oh wait,
After the tall one.
that one?
That one right there.
Hold up. This dude, right here. So
That dude.
this guy who said he has broken his leg. You said he broke his leg, right? Am I correct?
That's what he said. He came to court in crutches and stuff.
He came to court in crutches?
Yeah.
This dude came to court in crutches. Hold up. We're gonna run it back. Run it back. We're gonna run that back one more time. Because I'm sorry, that looks like a dude who's walking just fine. I don't see no I don't see no hitch in his giddy up. Look at that. He walking fine. What are you talking about? And he's still over here somewhere in this mob of cops kicking you and beating you while you are down. So you're telling me that this dude came in? Man, let me roll that back. We can roll that back one more time because that's some BS. Look at that dude. He's walking just fine. Boom. There's no hitch in his giddy up. So these cops are straight up lying about this dude right here that didn't do anything.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to ask you to your face one more again. You did not, I repeat, did not hit that cop with your scooter.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm just confirming it. Confirming the hell out of this. All right. This is unbelievable. No limp. Like I said, no hitch in his giddy up. He's acting like he's showing up to court in crutches. So he probably got his wife to go and get a hammer or something like that. He's just like drinking a bottle of tequila going, just bang my foot. Just bang my foot really hard, girl. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Just so he can walk in with crutches. You know what I'm saying? Looking all sad and stuff. That's really messed up, bro. And I'm sorry this has happened to you. Now let's go back into this footage one more again, because we got to talk about Khalid Vaughn here. The gentleman over here on the side. Now, you guys are not friends. You guys don't know each other, correct?
No, I don't even know him.
Y'all don't even know each other. And what's crazy is that at first,
if he ain't my fault for cutting you off. If he ain't say nothing, like I did look over there when they was kicking me and stuff. Now, if he ain't say y'all not right and they didn't hear that, I don't think I think they would have still tried to snatch his phone because he was recording, but I don't think they would have like tried to beat him too.
Yeah. No, and I get that. And the thing is I'm sure he did say something, because here's the thing. He had to have. Because all of a sudden, the attention turns towards him.
Yeah, when he said something, that's when they said something to him.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, all the attention, it went from like, this guy's like, whatever. He basically trying to tell him to stop filming. And then all of a sudden, everybody turns over. Look at this mob of cops.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, look at this. They all turn around like this is The Walking Dead and this is new flesh. I'm not trying to be funny, but look at the attention. Just on a dime, all of them start going after him. All of them. Now, he obviously has his own perspective. There's also different body cam footage that's out there as well. But they all go after him. Look at this. They all go after him. For what? Because he's doing, wow, see that? And then one more kick to your head. I mean, it's unbelievable. So you didn't know that young man at all either. You didn't know him at all.
I don't know him from a can of paint.
Now, here's the thing. You have some footage, right? Or you did have footage on your phone when you were filming outside with your first encounter with the police, right?
Yeah.
Before
when I get my phone, I'm gonna put that footage out there.
Yeah, so he has his
Just
own
so y'all
footage,
the beginning.
but apparently
They took it.
It's in the possession of law enforcement. So, or maybe they're using it for court for the trial. Are they using?
Nah, I don't have no criminal charges or like it's not an investigation on me. It's
Right.
an investigation on them. So I don't see what made them would like to take it.
Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, so you have your own recording of you just having that verbal altercation, which is totally legal with these cops, before you hopped on your scooter and drove off, right?
Yes, sir.
You're on so you have that, but that's on a phone that you don't have possession of. So you have a totally different phone right now without that footage on that phone, because they have detained that device. And
yeah, they got it. I didn't even get a new phone. This phone right here, this not my phone. Like I ain't got no phone right now.
Here's a different angle, man. Yeah, and then of course with the other gentleman, Mr. Vaughn. We'll just say Vaughn for right now. Have you been in contact with him at all? Have you talked with him at all?
I asked him when I came home, I said, can you send me that video of you recording the police? He told me that the video was deleted when they took his phone. But I said, how was the video deleted when they took your phone when your phone like was locked?
Right.
So when they put in your property, they locked your phone. And then when you came, he was like, all right, I gotta talk to, and then after that, he was like, I gotta talk to my lawyer. Like, you don't have to talk to your lawyer to send a video. So he want to try and send a video. I said, all right, whatever. And then he posted it, I want to say a couple of days later.
Man, of course he was like, oh, I didn't have it. And then all of a sudden he had it, right? Whoops, surprise, surprise, I had it. And okay, so outside of that, have you been in contact with him as of recently? You know, when was the last time you talked to him?
That was it.
Man. Yeah, I like I said, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this, because when we first talked, right, and you told me that you didn't hit him with the scooter, I was just like, what? And I'm like, okay, I wish there was more footage out here to show proof positive that you did not hit that particular cop with that scooter, right? But then when you see the inside of the hotel lobby and all that goes down, That is an extreme amount of excessive force. That's a tidal wave of excessive force. And then, of course, to add insult to injury, you have Vaughn, who's off to the side, doing nothing wrong, not breaking any laws. All he's doing is filming a whole bunch of cops breaking the law on a civilian. That's
Yeah,
already
he
changed.
not. It was another dude too.
There was another dude as well.
Yeah, he was outside like the glass when
Well,
Khalid Vaughn was getting hit. He was recording. The same thing. If he never said nothing, you're outside the glass. They can't. They can see you. They can't hear you. So
right.
if you didn't say anything, he wouldn't. It wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't. Their attention wouldn't to turn towards him.
That's insane. Now, here's the other question. As far as the footage, were they recording? Was there any body cam footage of the interaction between you on the scooter and the bike cop? Is that bike cop, or did that bike cop have his body cam recording at that time of this
I'm not sure.
collision, during this collision that happened, that they say happened but didn't happen?
I don't think so. Cause
That's
that's
interesting.
I can't say too much, but that's what we push towards to get. That was the problem. That was the reason a lot of charges had dropped. Is because my lawyer subpoenaed the body cam footage, but it's like 25 body cam footage.
Interesting. Because, like I said, still to this day, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that don't fully believe you. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, just
I know. I had watched your video. I had watched your video when you made it, and on that video, it's a lot. It's just some people he shouldn't have been out there, or he shouldn't have been doing what he was doing. I seen a couple of comments, but my grandmother always told me like them people, they just negative people. They don't like they never had an encounter with a police officer, or they
right.
never sat right there and physically like went through what I went through, or went through what anybody went through with a cop for them to even say anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I had this one talk with a cop, and I told him, I said, right now they just giving cops jobs. They not even testing them to see like what's their mental state, or where have they been? Have they ever been in an altercation with a black person before, or watched two black people get in an altercation? I said, because you can put a cop in the hood and two black people will get into an altercation. They not like trying to kill each other, but you know how black people is, they always yelling, screaming, arguing, trying to fight each other. So you can put an officer that never been in the hood before in the hood. He going to escalate the situation because he don't know. It's like, all right, all you got to do is separate them two, and then the situation will go away. But a cop that I ain't gonna say in the hood, that's from the hood or ever been from the hood, you could put him in the hood. Then he could de-escalate the situation by separating them two, and there'd be a big difference. Other than the situation being escalated and more cops being called, then one cop can then de-escalate it, then the situation just go away.
Beautifully said. I agree with what you said, man. It's I feel like the other part of it as well is the given fact that he still shows up. If he was that badly injured, like let's just say if you did actually run it into him with your scooter and hurt him to the point where he shows up in crutches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he still show up at the hotel lobby fine enough to at least get a few licks in, a few punches and kicks in, if he was really that badly injured? Mm-hmm. That's the other part that I would sit here and go, okay, that part doesn't make sense. That part, as much as those people who are sitting there denying that are challenging that you could be fibbing here, that you could be capping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the body. Look at the security cam footage in the hotel.
It's either that, or you like if people ride mopeds, I want to say it's called a moped, but if you ride a moped like a big moped like I had, you can go outside right now and just stand on a moped. If you lift one foot up, it's gonna lean. If you lift your other foot up on the other side, it's gonna lean. If you ride the scooter and you don't know how to ride it, you're gonna crash or anything like that.
Right.
So the scooter is already it's balanced, but it's unbalanced. Like you gotta balance it a lot. So if you hit something like you see in the video, I'm going out the video. I'm not saying anything that's criminating myself, anything. In the video, you see when I hit the lump, I had to gain control. I had to gain control back of the scooter so I would not fall. So if I hit someone with a bike and a human, why didn't I fall or why I ain't hit nothing?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like I said, it just doesn't, to me, I'm still trying to understand. I'm just still trying to understand what like how it all went down and how they're still getting away with these charges that say didn't even actually exist.
Oh, they're not getting away with it. They, I can say it now. They fighting felony charges now. I don't think I was supposed to say that, but I'm saying it.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Now the thing is here's the other thing. Because there's other pieces of it as well. Like you were thrown into a van, and you were
Oh,
there for a while. Like, can you tell us a little bit
man,
about that as well?
it was a lot. That's not like from the beginning. People only saying the beginning of everything that happened. Yeah, I got beat. A lot of people. Some people agree. Some people say that was wrong. Some people agree they're not wrong. I mean, that's their own opinion. I know what happened. I know what I did and didn't do, but they took it too far. So after I went to the hospital, they put stitches in my chin. And one of the cop that took me to the hospital, he threatened me. He was like, if you don't sign this citation, if you don't sign this citation, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. I said, all right, whatever. I said, I'm in handcuffs again. But you gonna beat me again? He said, yeah. Going to get x-rays. Like it was just a bunch of threats.
But is there footage of that? Of
And
that of that of that interaction? Is there footage anywhere?
yes. If they get the hospital footage when I was in a room by myself, yes. The whole time I was in a room by myself,
But
changed
I'm
the whole
saying
thing.
catching audio of him threatening your life.
If the camera got audio, yes. Consistent, like the consistent. The cop didn't even want to take the handcuffs off me when they had to do x-ray. He said, if you run, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. Where am I going? Chained to a bed. The doctor had to tell him you have to take it off so I can do x-ray.
That's interesting.
So once I leave the hospital, they take me to 11th. It's on the 11th ring, 11 and Washington. That's where they're precinct at. Am I not mistaken? 11 and Washington. So in there, I go in there. From the time I got in there, I was always in a van. So I was in a van. Khalid Ron was in a van at first too. We both was in a van. He asked me, he was like, did you, like, he never really came out his mouth and asked. He accused because he was just like everybody else. But he kept saying he didn't do anything. I didn't want to hear it because I didn't do nothing either. I was in a van from the time they brought me in there to the next day. So I did a whole officer 18-hour shift in the back of a van, sitting in there with handcuffs on. And only in my shirt, my boxers, and my socks. When Eternal Fairs came, was that Eternal Fairs? Nah, I don't know who was. When two cops came down there to talk to me, they asked me, why are you in the van and why you ain't got no clothes on? I told them, and he made them give me a little white jumpsuit. But the officer, it was only one officer there, this black cop. And I asked him, why am I still in the van? Like, why you ain't take me over to the precinct? Why somebody else? He said, they keep pushing your case back and keep holding. I'm like, why? You just bought like 4 vans here. You keep switching me from van to van to van. And I'm still in the van in the dock.
18 hours?
18 hours in the back of a van. Handcuffed.
What if you have to go? You know what I'm saying? What
I've
if
been asking that. He only let me use the bathroom one time. After that, I had to hold it.
Wow. 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 So you know, it's the fact that that's even part of the story is just is crazy, right? Now there's people that are going to sit here and ask questions like, okay, was there an altercation before you got on the scooter and drove off, right?
No.
There was no altercation between you or any of the bike cops before you jumped on to the scooter and drove off.
No.
At all.
That's what I was saying. Like if they put that body cam footage out there, a lot of them questions that people keep saying, or a lot of the doubt that people saying he did do it won't be in their mind. Cause that video, like from the officer's video, yeah, y'all would have seen he didn't lie. They had an altercation. But when he came right here and got on the scooter, he ain't say nothing to us. He ain't say nothing to us. So if they felt like I did anything wrong, why didn't they lock me up when I said it in their face?
Interesting. Yeah. When you're standing right there, why wouldn't they just track you? Why didn't they just walk over to you and put your handcuffs if you were actually breaking any specific laws? That's a good question too. I don't know what you did. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was that you said that triggered that one cop at least to go out of his way to be like this. It just
you just gotta say you can say anything to one of them. Like that's anything to one of them. Like if you have words for any one of the bike cops, you're going to get like yeah.
Now, do you have a criminal record?
No.
You're clean. I mean, aside from this, obviously, you're clean.
Yeah, besides this, no. I got
never had any run-ins with the law.
Yeah, I had plenty of run-ins with the law, but it's not. I don't have a record.
Okay,
but it's only because of I can show you, but I can tell you. But it's only because of like videos of like in my city in Washington D.C. we have like it's we have police and then we got jump out and then we got narcotics unit. Narcotic unit and jump outs, all they do is just jump out and harass people 24/7. So it's like I haven't been outside really. So I don't even step foot around my way because I don't even want to come encounter with a police officer. Because I know if I do, it's a fact I'm gonna come encounter with a police officer. I went around there for like to get some food. As soon as I stepped outside of my car, they pulled right up behind me and harassed me. So a lot of people they say, "Oh, he did." Y'all don't go through what we go through when it comes to cops and stuff like that. Like I'm about to show you a video of them pulling up, harassing us and messing with us for no reason.
Right.
A lot of people don't have to go through that.
I see. Okay. You know, and I get it. Because no matter what, it's still shopping while black, driving while black, jogging while black. I mean, you know, you name it. There's all kinds of craziness that's going on. Any reason to get pulled over, any reason to get in trouble. I mean, they a lot of times they're gonna find something, right? So you know, here it is, Dalonte. I appreciate you coming on here and speaking your side of the story and letting us know what really went down. You know, I know that there's a lot of people that are skeptics out here that are always going to be side-eyeing the situation and all that. And I think that there's going to be a lot of questions that will be answered, not only from this actual conversation, but when the other footage does come out too, you know. I think that what happened to you is terrible and unjustified. and extremely unnecessary. It's not even excessive. It didn't even need to happen. It just never needed to happen. Forget excessive. They knocked you down and arrested you for no reason, and then did that crazy excessive force on you for no apparent reason at all. All right.
At all.
And so I do appreciate you coming on and speaking your mind and speaking your piece on this, because, you know, like I said, it could be a really scary thing. You know, I can only imagine what you're going through right now, what your family's going through right now, your sister, your siblings, your mom as well. I can only imagine what your family's going through right now. And here it is, man.
My mother can't even watch the video.
Yeah. No, I believe that. And
she even tried to watch the video with tears in her eyes. That the people she worked with.
Yeah.
Who wants my mother. I said my mother. She worked with these people, so it brought tears to her eyes that, like, I work with these people, and I never thought they'd do anything like this to one, like my kids.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I who would want to go through this kind of situation, right? Who would want to go and experience this? Who would want to watch their own child go through this situation? Nobody. Okay? Nobody. So I do appreciate you coming on and chopping it up with me. I do have a super chat. I missed the super chat earlier, but the Strategic Eyes Show says, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He says, Pascal Show stays with the exclusive. Thank you to you and your guests for sharing with us. And yeah, man, Dalonte, I do appreciate you coming on and just being, just telling your side, you know, speaking your truth. And I hope that there's other body cam footage that does come out and that we get justice for you, man, because you didn't deserve this at all. You didn't.
No, I didn't.
Even if you did say something, let's just be real. Let's play that scenario out. If you did say something or do something that would garner a reason for the cops to arrest you, just because you ran does not mean you deserve to get beat the hell up. It doesn't.
Not at all.
Especially if you comply and put your hands behind your back, there is no reason for you to have 15 to 20 plus cops curb stomp you. That's ridiculous. Okay. You know what? And I'll tell you this, though. You got one resilient body because you still here. I mean, I don't know how. I've seen a lot of other people die from that kind of beating. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're one resilient dude, Dalonte. So I appreciate you coming on and chopping it up with me, man. You stay blessed, and we'll be, you know, let's stay in touch. And any new developments, let me know so we can have you on and chop it up about it. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Much love, my brother. So that is the show today. I wanted to say a big thank you to all y'all for being on. I do appreciate it. I want to also say thank you to Dalonte Crudup for being on today, because this is, let's be real, y'all. That's a hard thing to talk about. Talk about something like that, like have that kind of experience and live to tell that story. That's a heavy thing, man. And it takes a lot of guts to get on any show and chop it up and speak your side of the story, especially when there's going to be naysayers. There's going to be people out here that are going to sit there and go, man, this dude capping. He lying like a mug. No, this is the truth. I believe him. All right. And I think this is a story I feel that is a tale as old as time. I feel like we hear a lot of these types of stories where young black men and women, young people of color are constantly put into a corner, and then they have to fight for their lives to be justified for something that they were innocent in. They were innocent in the situation from the get-go. And once again, in this situation, we have a young man who's telling his truth, who's telling his side of the story, and still people are out here side-eyeing and judging and assuming that he is lying. This is the world that we live in because for some odd reason, the general public likes to lean towards what the police say first. Oh, he was doing this. That's why. Oh, well, then a group curb stomping is completely justified. Here it is. No, it's not. And now you hear it from the man himself. Real talk. You hear the truth. I hope all those guys are fired, some of them arrested, tried, and thrown under that damn prison because that's exactly what they deserve. But anyway, guys, it's time to get going. Much love to you guys. I love all y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to crush that subscribe button. All right? Be really great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next show. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.